You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Na gut. Ja, wenn er schon gestanden hat, dass er die Leiche geküsst hat, warum sollte er hier jetzt lügen?
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Wow.
Clyde, get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty. Good morning, ladies.
Was für ein ekelhafter Zeitgenosse, ey. Also, das ist ja mal, der ist ja mal so ein ganz anderes Level als ekelhaft. Auch im Vergleich zu den Typen, die wir schon hatten hier, dieser Botschafter und sowas, ne? So, und dann müssen wir jetzt wahrscheinlich, wenn wir jetzt eine Adresse erfragen, ne? Ich vermute mal der Liquor Store, ne? Wo wir diese Liste mit den Sachen hatten.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks.
Dann können wir ja weiter. Was, Rusty? Ich will wissen, was es mit dieser Liste auf sich
You
hat.
know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Ein Schnapsladen mit irgendwelchen persönlichen Gegenständen da auf so einer... Das klingt komisch.
You read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Schauen wir doch mal. Ich bin gespannt, welche Erkenntnisse wir hier haben werden.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Sowas in der Art habe ich mir ehrlich gesagt schon gedacht, aber man weiß ja nie so genau, ne?
Got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. Now, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around.
Okay. Gucken wir mal. Allen voran natürlich erstmal hier, da. Ist das nicht die andere Hälfte vom Brief auf dem... Na gut, dann nicht. Was haben wir hier so?
She wasn't always such a loner.
Aristoteles, Metaphysik.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Ich bin... jetzt bin ich gerade, ehrlich gesagt, ein ganz kleines bisschen verunsichert. Grosvenor. Ist das irgendein ein Titel, ein Amt, eine Berufsbezeichnung oder ist das ein Vorname? Weil ich meine, die offensichtliche Wortähnlichkeit zu Governor, die kann man ja hier nicht abstreiten. Ne? Aber ich weiß es wirklich nicht. Ich weiß es wirklich nicht. Ich fühle mich gerade ein bisschen dumm. So, was haben wir noch? Eigentlich ganz hübsch, ne?
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Okay, sollten wir uns...
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was...
Das habe ich gar nicht wahrgenommen, dass das da liegt. Ein bisschen sehr dunkel hier alles. Zumindest für mich. Ihr habt es ja ein bisschen heller dann. Ich hell das ja im Nachhinein für euch noch ein bisschen auf, damit ihr besser erkennen könnt.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Danke. Das war... Ich weiß nicht, kann man aufschlussreich sagen? Eigentlich kann man nicht sagen, es war aufschlussreich, oder? Aber es hat uns zumindest den einen oder anderen neuen Hinweis gegeben. Huch. Ich hätte damit gerechnet, dass wir den jetzt verhören, obwohl es macht eigentlich macht Sinn, ne?
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Das ist, steht in Verbindung mit dem Brief, dem halben, den wir gefunden haben, ne? Wo mich ja jetzt dann schon so ein bisschen interessieren würde, wo wir eventuell die untere Hälfte dieses Briefes finden könnten und was da eventuell noch so drin steht.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. To be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Okay. Da bin ich mir nicht so ganz sicher, was ich von der Reaktion halten soll. Nee, der verheimlicht was. Da verheimlicht er was.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Kriegen wir hin. Kriegen wir schon hin, Junge. Dem glaube ich. Dem glaube ich, dass dem das wirklich nahe geht. Ich glaube nicht, dass er was mit ihrem Tod zu tun hatte.
You can drive.
So.
And where exactly are we going?
Jetzt möchte ich mir erstmal die Bar ansehen. Das ist so die eine Gemeinsamkeit, die wir bisher wirklich bei allen Opfern hatten, die wir untersucht hatten. Ne? Dass sie irgendwo in einer Bar waren. Das ist schon sehr auffällig. Ich finde es interessant, dass die da noch gar nicht großartig drüber gesprochen haben. Ja, die waren alle betrunken oder kamen in einer Bar, aus einer Bar oder...
Fellas. Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers? What is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Ja. Ich sag mal, so viele sind ja gerade nicht da, ne? Fangen wir mal mit dem hier vorne an der Tür an.
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
So, und du
What's your
hier?
name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Ah,
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
scheint übrigens wirklich
Just
ein
a starving writer, detective.
Vorname zu sein.
What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Der ist mir ein bisschen suspekt. Die Art und Weise von dem Typen, die gefällt mir schon mal wieder gar nicht,
Haven't you
ne?
got parking tickets to hand out?
Ich mag den Kerl nicht. Ich mag den Kerl überhaupt nicht.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Would you like to tell us a bit more about that, Mr. McCaffrey?
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
Das halte ich für eine glatte Lüge, mein Freund.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You look down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
No. No, 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 no. You did know her very well, my friend. Du hast sie sehr, sehr gut gekannt. Du hast ihr schließlich schon ein Buch geschenkt.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself, lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag.
Wer ist Tiernan?
He's your man.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Ja, kriegen wir noch irgendwie Informationen darüber, wer Tiernan ist?
The regulars might have something else to tell you, but I don't.
Warum können wir ihn... Ich rede nochmal mit ihm. Wer ist Tiernen?
At the moment, all I want to do is talk to the bottom of my glass.
Alter. Alter!
Looks like trying to enjoy a quiet drink is against the goddamn law now, huh?
Demnächst vielleicht? Nee, die Prohibition war vor dem Krieg, ne? Nicht danach.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Car 11K, car 11K, come in. Car 11K, car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly, return to Central, code 2.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Gut, dann, ich meine, du sitzt ja am Steuer. Ich hoffe, du fährst uns dann jetzt auch tatsächlich zum Revier. Okay, macht er. Na, immerhin. Ich bin mal gespannt. Gab es wieder einen Brief?
Captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Interessant. Pinker ist doch der den Werwolf-Fall da, mit dem Werwolf-Fall am Gange ist, ne? Mit Black Dahlia. Und Carruthers ist der Coroner, der Gerichtsmediziner. Jetzt bin ich aber gespannt.
What on earth is that man doing?
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
What a skunk. Walking out of
Got
his
our
place
orders.
like that.
Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy who was pretending to be dead?
Wie kriegen wir die Adresse raus? Mit dem Telefon, natürlich. Weil wir sind ja hier nicht vor Ort und könnten direkt fragen oder sowas, ne? Steht da ein Telefon? Ich glaube, da steht kein Telefon.
The thing was, he was a real nice guy. I felt lousy collaring him.
Irgendjemand hier irgendwo ein Telefon? Ich müsste mal telefonieren. Gut, nehmen wir das da drüben. Bin schon unterwegs. Ein eigenes Telefon in meinem Revier nicht. Das ist schon ein bisschen peinlich, ja? So ein bisschen.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks, ma'am.
Ja, aber ist das jetzt wirklich die schlauste Idee, direkt sein Apartment zu untersuchen? Oder sehen wir uns vielleicht vorher diese Bowlinghalle an und finden da vielleicht noch ein, zwei Hinweise, die uns bei der Untersuchung im Apartment weiterhelfen könnten. Das sind ja unsere beiden Spuren im Moment, ne? Was anderes haben wir leider nicht.